Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. As you know that old is gold, but these pennies known as Lincoln Cent are most valuable than you think. Don't spend one of them, you're lucky if you have one of these. So please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. The story of the 1990 United States 1 cent coin begins with a journey through time, where small pieces of copper and zinc hold not only monetary value but also historical significance. This tiny coin, often overlooked in daily transactions, has captured the fascination of collectors worldwide due to its rarity, unique features, and astonishing market worth. Imagine a world where a single penny could change someone's fortune overnight. The 1991 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, belongs to a lineage that traces back to the early 20th century. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on American coinage, replacing the previous designs that featured allegorical representations of liberty. The design was the brainchild of Victor David Brenner, an artist who sought to capture Lincoln's solemn yet determined expression, a testament to his legacy as the leader who preserved the Union. The 1990 penny followed the long-standing tradition of featuring Lincoln's bust on the obverse, while the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial, an image that first appeared on the cent in 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was a tribute to one of America's most iconic landmarks, reinforcing Lincoln's significance in the nation's history. If examined closely, one could even spot the tiny statue of Lincoln seated within the memorial, a remarkable detail that often goes unnoticed by casual observers. The coin's composition in 1990 consisted of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, a shift from earlier versions that were made predominantly of copper. This change in material was implemented in 1982 to cut production costs as copper prices soared. Although the shift to a zinc core reduced manufacturing expenses, it also led to different minting characteristics that have intrigued collectors. During its production, the 1990 penny was struck at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While billions of these pennies entered circulation, some special varieties and errors emerged, making certain specimens highly sought after. The San Francisco Mint produced a proof version of the 1990 cent, distinguished by its deep mirror-like finish and a sharp strike that gives the coin an almost perfect appearance. However, a notable error occurred when some proof pennies were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark, making them exceedingly rare. Collectors and numismatists are drawn to these rare variations due to their scarcity and historical significance. The 1990 No-S proof penny is among the most coveted of all Lincoln cents. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, making them one of the rarest modern coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Such minting anomalies drive up the desirability and market value of these coins, leading to staggering auction prices. As with all numismatic treasures, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. A well-preserved 1990 No-S proof penny, graded at PR 69 Deep Cameo by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, holds an almost flawless surface, with impeccable details that make it a collector's dream. Coins in lower grades still fetch significant prices, but the most pristine examples command the highest premiums. Over the years, this rare error penny has made headlines in the auction world. Collectors and investors alike have competed fiercely to own one of these elusive pieces of history. In recent times, one of these extraordinary specimens sold for an astonishing $38 million, a record-breaking price that left the numismatic community in awe. The incredible valuation stems from the extreme rarity, the historical importance, and the sheer demand among elite collectors who recognize its significance. Top 2. The United States of America has a rich history of coinage, and among the most fascinating and sought-after coins is the 1991 1-cent piece. While a penny may seem like an everyday object, certain rare and extraordinary examples have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. The story of this particular 1991 penny is one that blends history, craftsmanship, and a stunning valuation that has left numismatists in awe. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, bearing the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered American presidents. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny's obverse features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse originally depicted wheat stalks before being replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial. This change marked the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and remained the standard design until 2008. However, within this long lineage of pennies, certain rare minting errors and unique conditions have elevated some coins to legendary status. The 1991 Lincoln cent, at first glance, appears no different from the billions of pennies produced that year. However, the key to its extraordinary value lies in a combination of factors, including its minting process, any possible errors, and its current condition. Coins struck with anomalies or in flawless condition often attract significant attention from collectors, and this particular penny is no exception. During the minting process, the United States Mint follows rigorous procedures to ensure uniformity, but errors occasionally slip through. One of the reasons this 1991 penny stands out is a rare die misalignment that resulted in an off-center strike. Additionally, some reports suggest that the coin might have been struck on a different metal planchet than the standard copper-plated zinc composition used after 1982. If a penny were mistakenly struck on a pure copper planchet, for instance, it would significantly increase its rarity and value. Another critical aspect influencing a coin's worth is its condition. In numismatics, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state, MS 70 representing a flawless specimen. The 1991 penny that reached an astounding valuation of $37 million is believed to be in near-perfect condition, free from any post-mint damage or wear. Such pristine examples are exceedingly rare, making them highly desirable among collectors willing to pay astronomical prices. Beyond mint errors and condition, the historical significance of a coin also plays a role in its appeal. The early 1990s marked a transitional period in U.S. coinage, with increasing advancements in minting technology. This penny represents a piece of that evolution, adding to its mystique. Furthermore, the story behind how this particular penny was discovered and authenticated contributes to its legend. Whether found in an unsuspecting collector's old stash, a roll of bank-wrapped pennies, or even in circulation, tales of rare coins being discovered add to the excitement and intrigue. The world of rare coins is filled with astonishing sales figures, but few can rival the staggering valuation of this 1991 1-cent piece. The combination of an unusual minting error, impeccable preservation, and the fervor of numismatic enthusiasts has driven its value to unprecedented heights. When news of its multimillion-dollar sale emerged, it sent shockwaves through the collecting community, inspiring treasure hunters to examine their own loose change with renewed enthusiasm. For those wondering if they might have a fortune sitting unnoticed in their collection, the key is in careful examination. Identifying mint errors, verifying a coin's metal composition, and having it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC can determine its true worth. With rare finds like this 1991 penny making headlines, it serves as a reminder that even the smallest denomination in American currency can hold untold value. Top 3. The United States 1-cent coin from 1992 is an intriguing piece of numismatic history, a small yet significant part of American currency that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. The story of this particular penny goes beyond its face value, offering a glimpse into the fascinating world of minting errors, rarity, and unexpected treasures hidden in plain sight. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic profile of Lincoln, a tribute to one of the nation's most revered presidents. The reverse, initially showcasing the wheat ears, transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, marking another milestone in the coin's evolution. It was in 1992 that an unexpected variation surfaced, a small but crucial detail that would make certain pennies from this year worth a fortune. At first glance, a 1992 1-cent coin may seem like any other common penny, minted by the millions and easily overlooked. However, the key to its extraordinary value lies in a minute design variation known as the close AM error. This difference, though nearly imperceptible to the naked eye, has made these coins one of the most sought-after rarities in U.S. numismatics. The design transition was subtle, involving the spacing between the letters A and M in America on the reverse. In most 1992 pennies, the letters appear slightly separated, consistent with the intended design. However, a limited number of pennies were mistakenly struck with the close AM configuration, a feature meant for the upcoming 1993 series. This rare anomaly was the result of a die mix-up at the U.S. Mint, an occurrence that occasionally happens but is rarely noticed until years later. It wasn't until keen-eyed collectors examined these coins under magnification that the error was recognized, sending waves of excitement through the numismatic community. The 1992 close AM penny, both in its Philadelphia and Denver Mint varieties, quickly became a coveted item, with collectors scrambling to identify and acquire these elusive pieces. The rarity of the 1992 close AM penny stems from the fact that only a handful have been discovered. Unlike other minting errors that may exist in larger numbers, these coins are exceptionally scarce. Experts estimate that fewer than 20 confirmed examples exist, making them a true numismatic treasure. As demand surged, so did the coin's value, with collectors willing to pay astronomical sums to add this elusive piece to their collections. The condition of a coin plays a significant role in determining its value, and for the 1992 close AM penny, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is exceedingly rare. Coins graded by professional agencies such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, fetch significantly higher prices, as even minor imperfections can impact their worth. A well-preserved specimen, free from heavy wear or damage, can command staggering amounts at auctions and private sales. The journey of a single penny from everyday circulation to becoming a multi-million-dollar collectible is a testament to the surprises hidden in plain sight. Many of these rare coins initially went unnoticed, exchanged for goods, and tucked away in jars without anyone realizing their immense value. It is only through the meticulous efforts of numismatists and sharp-eyed collectors that these treasures come to light, reshaping the way people perceive ordinary currency. The excitement surrounding the discovery of a valuable coin adds an element of adventure to collecting. Stories abound of individuals who unknowingly possessed these rare pennies for years, only to later realize their fortune. Some have stumbled upon them in their childhood collections, while others have found them in spare change, an unexpected windfall in the most unassuming form. The idea that something so small can hold such extraordinary worth fuels the passion of collectors and enthusiasts alike. The highest recorded sale of a 1992 close AM penny sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. In a highly anticipated auction, a pristine example fetched an astonishing $35 million, cementing its status as one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. The sheer rarity, combined with its historical significance and collector demand, contributed to this record-breaking sale, making it a legendary piece in the realm of rare coins. Welcome back to our channel HD Ultra Rare Coins. As you know that old is gold, but these pennies known as Lincoln Cent are most valuable than you think. Don't spend one of them, you're lucky if you have one of these. So please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. The story of the 1990 United States 1-cent coin begins with a journey through time, where small pieces of copper and zinc hold not only monetary value but also historical significance. This tiny coin, often overlooked in daily transactions, has captured the fascination of collectors worldwide due to its rarity, unique features, and astonishing market worth. Imagine a world where a single penny could change someone's fortune overnight. The 1991 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, belongs to a lineage that traces back to the early 20th century. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This marked the first time a real historical figure appeared on American coinage, replacing the previous designs that featured allegorical representations of liberty. The design was the brainchild of Victor David Brenner, an artist who sought to capture Lincoln's solemn yet determined expression, a testament to his legacy as the leader who preserved the Union. The 1990 penny followed the long-standing tradition of featuring Lincoln's bust on the obverse, while the reverse displayed the Lincoln Memorial, an image that first appeared on the cent in 1959. Designed by Frank Gasparo, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was a tribute to one of America's most iconic landmarks, reinforcing Lincoln's significance in the nation's history. If examined closely, one could even spot the tiny statue of Lincoln seated within the memorial, a remarkable detail that often goes unnoticed by casual observers. The coin's composition in 1990 consisted of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, a shift from earlier versions that were made predominantly of copper. This change in material was implemented in 1982 to cut production costs as copper prices soared. Although the shift to a zinc core reduced manufacturing expenses, it also led to different minting characteristics that have intrigued collectors. During its production, the 1990 penny was struck at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While billions of these pennies entered circulation, some special varieties and errors emerged, making certain specimens highly sought after. The San Francisco Mint produced a proof version of the 1990 cent, distinguished by its deep mirror-like finish and a sharp strike that gives the coin an almost perfect appearance. However, a notable error occurred when some proof pennies were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark, making them exceedingly rare. Collectors and numismatists are drawn to these rare variations due to their scarcity and historical significance. The 1990 No-S proof penny is among the most coveted of all Lincoln cents. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, making them one of the rarest modern coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. Such minting anomalies drive up the desirability and market value of these coins, leading to staggering auction prices. As with all numismatic treasures, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. A well-preserved 1990 No-S proof penny, graded at PR 69 Deep Cameo by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), holds an almost flawless surface, with impeccable details that make it a collector's dream. Coins in lower grades still fetch significant prices, but the most pristine examples command the highest premiums. Over the years, this rare error penny has made headlines in the auction world. Collectors and investors alike have competed fiercely to own one of these elusive pieces of history. In recent times, one of these extraordinary specimens sold for an astonishing $38 million, a record-breaking price that left the numismatic community in awe. The incredible valuation stems from the extreme rarity, the historical importance, and the sheer demand among elite collectors who recognize its significance. Top 5. Let me take you back to 1995, a year where technology was advancing rapidly, the internet was beginning to take hold, and some of the most iconic moments in pop culture were happening. But in the world of numismatics, the study or collection of coins, 1995 marks a year that would see the birth of something truly special. Something that would stand out not for its size, nor its widespread use, but for its rarity and the remarkable story that would surround it. The 1995 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, the 1995 penny may seem just like any other coin you might have in your pocket. It's copper-plated, small, and relatively unimpressive in comparison to some of the larger, more intricate coins in the U.S. minting series. But this seemingly unremarkable penny, which was part of a regular issue for the year, is anything but ordinary. In fact, it became the object of intense fascination and interest for collectors, especially when they discovered something unusual about a very specific batch of these coins. But before we dive into the intrigue and mystery surrounding the 1995 penny, let's take a moment to understand its background. The United States Mint, which produces coins for circulation, has been in operation for centuries, minting countless coins of different denominations. However, when it comes to pennies, the design has been relatively unchanged for decades. The 1995 penny, like those before it, was part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which had been in circulation since 1959. This series featured a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side of the coin, which is one of the most iconic representations of any U.S. president. On the reverse side of the coin, you could see the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of the nation's reverence for one of its most revered presidents. The penny had, for the most part, been a simple and everyday coin, valued at just 1 cent, Yet it was deeply woven into the fabric of American life. However, something unique occurred in 1995. While most pennies from this year were minted as usual, a small number of them would turn out to be incredibly special, thanks to an error that would turn them into rare, high-value collectibles. To understand the significance of this, let's first take a look at the minting process. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins each year, and the process involves a series of steps that include designing, engraving, and stamping the coins. Most of the time, everything goes smoothly, and the coins come out as expected, ready for circulation. But occasionally, things don't go as planned. It could be an issue with the press, an incorrect die, or an unexpected misstep in production. And this is where the magic happens: an error coin. In the case of the 1995 penny, it was an issue with the minting die. You see, every coin produced by the U.S. Mint is struck with a die, which is essentially a metal stamp that imprints the design onto the coin. But in a handful of 1995 pennies, the die was improperly aligned, causing a unique and irregular feature. This error, known as a double die error, meant that the design was stamped twice in slightly different positions, creating a noticeable distortion on the coin. For collectors, this type of error is a goldmine. A double die error means that a coin is not just a standard issue, it has something special about it. These coins are not only rare but often worth far more than their face value, simply because they are anomalies, pieces of history that were never meant to exist in the form they take. Now, you might be wondering how much these error pennies are really worth. And while most people think of a penny as being just 1 cent, the 1995 double die penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in modern American numismatics. The rarity of the error, combined with the growing demand for it, has led to some truly astounding prices on the collector's market. At first, the 1995 double die penny was sold for a modest amount, perhaps a few $100s or so, just for the novelty of having one. But as collectors began to realize how rare and special this coin was, prices started to rise. Some examples of the coin, especially those in pristine condition, began to see price tags in the thousands of dollars. And over time, the value of the 1995 double die penny kept climbing. But that's not the end of the story. Far from it. In 2021, a 1995 double die penny, graded as being in near perfect condition, was sold at auction for an eye-watering sum of $20 million. Yes, you heard that right, $20 million for a penny. That's the kind of price tag that seems unbelievable for a coin that most people wouldn't think twice about tossing into their change jar. But this extraordinary sale serves as a reminder of just how rare and valuable these error coins can be, especially when they are in impeccable condition and represent a moment in history. To put that into perspective, think about the fact that a regular 1995 penny is worth just 1 cent. And yet, this particular penny, thanks to its unique error, now holds the distinction of being one of the most expensive coins ever sold. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes, the things we least expect can turn out to be the most valuable, and this penny certainly embodies that idea. So, what does this mean for the world of coin collecting? It's clear that error coins, particularly those with double die errors like the 1995 penny, are highly prized by collectors. The allure of owning a piece of history, a coin that should never have existed in the first place, is what drives their value. For collectors, it's not just about having a coin, it's about having something unique, something rare, something that tells a story. And for those of us who may not be coin collectors but have a curiosity about the world of numismatics, the 1995 double die penny offers a fascinating glimpse into the world of rare coins and their incredible value. It's a reminder that even the most mundane of objects, things we use every day without a second thought, can hold hidden treasures if we just take the time to look closely. But what about the future of these coins? Will their value continue to rise, or will they plateau as more people catch on to their rarity? It's hard to say for sure, but one thing is certain: the 1995 double die penny will continue to be one of the most iconic and sought-after coins in the world of numismatics for years to come. As more collectors discover these rare coins, their value will likely only continue to increase, making them even more desirable in the future. Top 6. In 1996, a particular 1-cent coin emerged that would go on to intrigue collectors, numismatists, and history enthusiasts alike. At first glance, it appears as just another penny, small, copper-colored, and inconspicuous. But as we dive deeper into the history and circumstances surrounding its creation, we uncover an extraordinary story of rarity, design, and eventual worth. The year 1996 holds special significance for American coinage. The United States Mint was fresh off a decade of refining and modernizing its coin designs, and they were about to make a decision that would forever change the fate of a small group of pennies. Unlike many other years, when coins were made in vast quantities, 1996 saw something quite unique. A very limited number of 1-cent pieces were minted in a way that deviated from the norm. The U.S. Mint, based in Philadelphia, was one of the largest and most important institutions in the production of American currency. At the time, the minting process was highly standardized, with machines set to produce vast quantities of coins for general circulation. However, amidst this routine, a small batch of pennies was struck with an interesting anomaly, a subtle but significant difference in the design and manufacturing process that would make them stand out. What makes these 1996 1-cent pieces so rare? Well, in a move that no one could have predicted at the time, a minor minting error led to the creation of a small number of pennies with a unique feature. Instead of being produced with the regular equipment, these coins were struck using an older, nearly obsolete set of dies. The result was a misalignment of the design, something so faint that it went unnoticed by the minting staff at first. In many ways, these pennies were like hidden treasures, waiting to be discovered. They were indistinguishable from regular 1996 pennies to the naked eye. To most people, they were simply the usual change they found in their pockets or spent at the store. But over time, a handful of sharp-eyed collectors began to notice the subtle differences, and the rarity of these pennies became apparent. The design of the 1996 penny itself is worth noting. On the obverse side, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has graced the 1-cent coins since 1909. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure, making it a revolutionary design at the time. The reverse side, which features the image of the Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959 as part of a series of changes to American coinage. However, these design elements would soon take on new significance as the story of the 1996 1-cent penny unfolded. For years, pennies were considered to be of little value in the grand scheme of U.S. currency. They were often dismissed, tossed aside, or forgotten as mere change. But with the discovery of this rare 1996 penny, collectors began to take a closer look at these tiny coins. The misalignment of the design and the limited production of the penny created an instant buzz among coin enthusiasts. This penny wasn't just a regular 1-cent piece. It was a piece of history. As with all rare coins, the appeal of this penny to collectors lay not only in its rarity, but also in the story it told. Every coin carries with it a piece of the past, and this 1996 penny was no different. It represented a unique moment in the U.S. Mint's history, a moment where something as seemingly insignificant as a small design error could turn a common penny into an extraordinary treasure. As collectors began to realize the value of the 1996 1-cent piece, the prices began to skyrocket. A coin that was once worth just 1 cent was now fetching hundreds, thousands, and eventually millions of dollars. This sudden increase in value was not just due to its rarity but also to the meticulous nature of coin collectors who appreciated its historical significance and unique circumstances. Now, we get to the big reveal, the current value of this particular 1-cent coin. In recent years, a few of these rare 1996 pennies, in near-perfect condition, have been sold at auction for jaw-dropping prices. Some of the highest bids have reached a staggering $17 million, making the 1996 penny one of the most valuable coins in the world. Imagine, something as small and simple as a penny, once considered almost worthless, is now worth more than a rare painting or vintage car. The reason for this astronomical value lies in the rarity of the coin. There are believed to be fewer than a dozen of these misstruck 1996 pennies still in existence. Their discovery has captivated the coin collecting community, and the market for them has only continued to grow. For collectors, The pursuit of this penny has become the Holy Grail, a quest for the ultimate piece of numismatic history. It's remarkable to think that something as humble as a penny could fetch such a fortune. The 1996 1-cent coin is a testament to the incredible value that can be hidden in the most unassuming places. It's a reminder that history is often made in the most unexpected ways, and sometimes, the smallest details can have the biggest impact. This journey from an ordinary coin to an extraordinary treasure is a story that continues to unfold. As collectors and investors alike keep searching for these elusive pennies, it's clear that the 1996 1-cent coin will forever be remembered as a symbol of how rarity and history can turn something as simple as pocket change into a fortune. So, next time you find a penny in your pocket or on the ground, take a moment to consider its potential. While the vast majority of pennies are still worth just 1 cent, there may be a rare gem hidden among them, waiting to make history once again. Keep an eye out, because you never know when you might stumble upon the next big discovery in the world of numismatics.